No, he just sounds like a man.
Okay, so you do. So I know now. If you want to train, you need a car.
Yes, and it stops from getting dirty.
No,
you're wearing one.
It could be. Apparently she's going to auction it afterwards. Charity.
Yeah.
So boiled dirt on the back of it would be worth.
Probably worth a lot. You never know. It may not be a train. Maybe some glittery stuff at the bottom. We just don't know.
Yes,
but it's
exactly.
very exciting at this stage. I know, Adrian, you're not interested. No, I am.
He's not.
Well, you wouldn't want it snagging on the cobbles. I mean, it would not be a good look.
And if it's a wet day.
Exactly.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and the weather's not looking particularly promising.
Yeah, I know.
No, for all of us who are going to be out there, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it? Very disappointing.
Possibly stormy weather after all the sunshine.
That's good luck, though, isn't it? That's good luck, isn't it, if it rains?
Well, you see, we were debating. They have to say that. We debated this back home in Ireland. It's not. We believe that it's not the best of luck to rain on your wedding day.
In Northern Ireland, it means nobody has any luck then because it never stops.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to say. Yes, exactly. But apparently, no, it means that you're going to have a very fertile marriage if it rains.
Ooh, right.
So, lots of babies coming for Catherine. There we go.
Do you think the rain actually has any bearing on the fertility of your marriage?
I'm sure there has been a scientific study done at some stage. I'll check it out for you online. Anyway, yeah.
Steve, what have you got for us?
Well, it's a story that shows no sort of sign of stopping, but maybe soon we can.
Not X Factor judges.
I'm
no,
afraid
Steve,
so,
no,
Adrian.
not
I know
again.
it's your favourite story every time we bring it up. But today, do we have final confirmation? It's the front of the Express. The story's in quite a few of the papers down here. Cowell, America will love Cheryl. So this is late last night. Simon Cowell, as good as confirmed. Still not officially those words are saying it's going to happen. As good as confirmed that it will be Cheryl on the US X Factor. We have been talking about it endlessly. Last night he said that she was one of the people that they wanted from the word go, and that we will hear within the next few days.
She's eating pureed vegetables, isn't she?
Well, this is what I think it's in the Daily Mail says that Cheryl's on a baby food diet apparently. Where
it must make you terribly flatulent. All you 14 portions of pureed vegetables.
14 serves of pureed food during the day, and then a proper meal. Proper being a bit of grilled chicken in the evening to make herself thin. But you know, she's got a new job. She wants to look in peak physical shape. So
I'd love them to have someone like Joan Rivers. I mean, I think she's beautiful, Cheryl Cole, but I would love the wit and the funniness,
the cheekiness. That's a good call, actually. Call Simon up. Yes, exactly.
Bonus ringing now.
Also in the front of the Mail this morning, Andrew Marr, Sue.
Yes, we were only talking about super injunctions a couple of days ago, and now Andrew Marr has become the first celebrity, I'm not sure he'd want the word celebrity attached to him, to come out and say a gagging order. He had one 3 years ago because he had an affair, and he thought at the time, in fact, that he had fathered a child. That turns out not to be the case. He wanted to do this. He had 3 teenage children at the time. Interesting timing on this. Could it be because he now knows he's not the father of the child that lessens the need for the gagging order? Could it be someone was going to challenge this order and he didn't want another legal battle? And there's the whole thing about it's a bit of hypocrisy. It's been an open secret, of course, at Westminster and in journalistic circles for a long time. Maybe he felt that it was time to say, I'm a journalist in pursuit of the truth. Should I have a gagging order? No, I'm uneasy about that.
Okay, but it's a bit late to reach that conclusion, isn't it?
We are talking 3 years on.
Yeah,
but well, what's terrible is, of course, I know, like all journalists do, all the people who are involved in these gagging orders, and it is quite, I think, disgraceful that you've got judges deciding on privacy rather than the law of the land, or rather than, you know, perhaps letting newspapers make up their own mind about what stories matter. Of course, it's not in the public interest for someone to know that Andrew Marr may or may not have had an illegitimate child, but, you know, the freedom of this country is being eroded by Justice Eadie.
Okay. You could also argue there is a right to privacy, though, which is the argument. But that, as you say, that argument is not flashing out in Parliament.
I can see why he wants to protect his family and his children, but the fact that you know, in some of these cases, obviously you have to be very careful. They're stopping other. I mean, one woman wants to write her biography or autobiography, and her very famous ex-husband isn't allowing her to. Now, whose rights are we protecting in this?
Are you a tweeter?
Not yet, but I'm growing. When I grow up,
you
I'm
will
going
be.
to. Oh, yeah.
Wayne Rooney's started tweeting.
Yeah, well, sports stars have embraced the world of Twitter. Golfers, tennis players. the footballers, and yeah, Wayne Rooney has jumped on.
So what? See,
I tell you what,
I don't get it.
Well, look, you read what he's been writing when I tell you the story of Darren Gibson, who's a Man United teammate of Wayne Rooney. Rooney joined Twitter a few days ago. He's now got something like 230,000. Darren Gibson thought, oh, what a good idea, I'll join. He doesn't have the same adulation as Rooney does from his own fans, and he's now left Twitter after just a day. One of his fans tweeted him saying, nothing would make me happier than if we sold you this summer. You're probably a nice bloke, but an awful footballer.
This is why I don't do it. I want to get up and
get 5 o'clock.
So we'll get a lot of love.
No, I wouldn't. So, did he write all of these then?
Yeah, he's replying to some people.
Okay, so 2-0, when he said 2-0 Blackburn, I think.
That was his prediction.
Blackburn need points. Well, no, they're not, they lost. I like this. This is really quite sweet at the end. He says, excuse me, it's between me and Wayne this. Said, hi Tweeps, gonna go sleep now. Massive night tomorrow. Good night, Tweeps.
Oh, that's great.
Quite sweet. He's lying in bed.
Go on.
I think
And then the next day it's all over.
Colleen's on there as well, so they're probably just side by side, just like doing the little good night tweets.
Yeah.
It's the end of people talking to one another.
It is.
Oh, completely. Yeah. We won't have this in a year's time. We'll just tweet each other.
It's all about the royal wedding this week. St Andrews is where it all began for William and Kate, as you know. Then you saw that film the other day. But if you want to, I didn't actually, but I've seen clips of it. We want to know how and where you met your partner. We had lots of people on the on our thingy page, what you call it, tweeting page, no, Facebook page.
He's so technical on that thingy thing, you know, the thing with the buttons, that thing. Speaking of the thing with the buttons, Amanda says she met her partner on the internet.
Yeah.
Tinternet, as Peter Kay would say, 10 years ago, and they're still going strong.
Yeah. I like this one. Jenna met her husband when they were 16, working on the checkouts at Quick Save. 15 years later, still going strong.
Laura's met her partner when he interviewed her for a job. She got the job, worked for him, and they fell in love. The rest is history. It's not all love this morning. Billy Jenkins has texted to say, who's actually watching the show, having using a coat hanger as an aerial.
Really?
Which doesn't bode well. And
the digital switch over obviously hasn't happened.
No, and he's still trying to find Miss Right, so if anyone can give him any suggestions.
Okay.
Buy a new TV.
Buy a new telly. Yes, there we go.
Free coat hanger you get with the deal, though, if you're interested. Keep them coming in. If you're over 16, text us 67899, 25p plus your standard charge.
Or you can email us itv.com/daybreak, or indeed write to us on our Facebook page.
Get your comments in before 8 if you can.
Dan, going to be back with all the news in a bit?
Yes, Mum.
He is, and we'll be hearing what Michael Douglas has to say about his wife's depression.
Let's get the news, weather and travel where yours.